Well, they don't call them the faithful for nothing, Brock. Fans numbering 70,000 strong have made the trek to Santa Clara, and they're ready to cheer on their 49ers here.
Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Finger on the like, ayy, 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 ayy. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Air spot like, ayy, 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 ayy. I gotta get it, man. Shout out, I'm fully committed like, ayy. I studied the target, I'm never gonna miss it. I call that precision like, ayy. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Finger on the like, ayy, 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 ayy. Grandma was in A, auntie was in it, ayy. Mama had AAA, I wasn't scared to crash anyone anyway. I ride a shoddy while bro had to get away. I gotta penetrate, I gotta generate. I got like 20-some years to my hood, now I gotta go live away. I'm out of town, but I'm not on the getaway.
Next to the beautiful San Francisco Bay, 40 miles from where Candlestick Park once stood. We're at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California. Two teams sitting above 500 in the early season, but only one will stay that way as we're off in week 4. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. They go play action. Here's Penix. Cut out left. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
And he started to get through the lane before it closed. 3 yards there. Josh Sweat making the stop.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Third and just 2 to go. Penix here from the gun. It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down. On comes Bradley Pinion. Spent his first 4 seasons in the Bay Area to punt it. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And the 49ers will go on offense. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Purdy throwing here to start. On the move, headed right. And his game will begin with an incomplete pass.
A little bit of chaos, right? I mean, play breaks down, trying to find a connection and get on the same page, just couldn't do it. I'll tell you this, though, and what I do like is you live to play another down. You don't risk the interception, and you throw it out of bounds.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. From the gun is Purdy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up fourth down. The 49ers are lined up in punt formation. And he's in a real tough spot for his first kick. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. Big kick on that one, 62 yards. And the Falcons will take over. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. He'll work it a couple of yards past the line. Nick Bosa makes the stop. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Eight yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this second down. From the shotgun, Penix. Nabbed by Kyle Pitts. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first. Third down give to Robinson. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Less than a yard needed here on 4th. Trying for it with Penix. He connects downfield on 4. Touchdown, Atlanta! The Falcons take a 6-0 lead in the first quarter. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he can rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Christian McCaffrey. Escapes a defender. And he'll get it up to the 44. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
This offense will take that from their ground game every time. But I know, because I've been around this league a long time, runs like that, they're really hard to come by. It takes everybody. And maybe a little breakdown there on defense, too, to take advantage of.
Got a man. McCaffrey has it. Free inside the 30. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Give him 32 on that play. And it brings up a San Francisco first down. Sets him up nice and pretty at the 25 following that big play. Trying an inside give now with McCaffrey. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Purdy setting up that play action. And no one had a shot at that. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
It is such a weapon offensively when you've got a big tight end that can stretch the field vertically. Not a lot of DBs have the size to cover him. They tried to get it to him in that spot where he could win it, but unfortunately, no connection to be made.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Completed to his running back.
Awareness. Kate, you hear me and so many others talk about it a lot with quarterbacks, but it's critical for every unit on a football field. And for the defense right there, to have an awareness of knowing where the marker was and to make sure that completion wasn't going to move the chains.
Badgley able to knock it through. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
On the return, here's Ray McLeod. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Well, hang on there. Hang on a moment. Looks like we've got an injured player on the kick return. They're going to check on him now. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Robinson on the inside give. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Even on the outer edges of this field, Kate, a cornerback making a stop behind the line, it's impressive. But in the middle third, that takes a special and fearless type of cornerback.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Penix working from the gun. Completes. It's Bijan Robinson. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Nick Bosa makes the stop.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Putting a receiver in motion. Third down, it's Penix. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he takes this out after crossing the 45. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Give him 24 on that play. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down. They will not get another play off. We're at the end of 1. 7-3 is our score. Back to Levi's Stadium right after this. Back for our second quarter. It's Falcons football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. And again, it's Penix. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the 49ers are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. And just like that, a really good drive is taken away with an INT.
Sure was a lot of promise on that series, right?
Yeah.
That's a small silver lining for them at the very least, but probably won't be much comfort now. And it's going to feel even worse when this quarterback watches the tape tomorrow.
Slot man motioned over. Oh, look at this. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And they had that one contained right at the line. A.J. Terrell making that stop. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Assignments were tested, and they were ready for it defensively. That's an excellent stop at the line. And it's going to make this offense seriously question revisiting that call.
Purdy gets this from the pistol. That one's incomplete over the middle.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And that one's incomplete. For now, it brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. Tempting to perhaps take the yards and run 3rd down again, partner, but they decline it. That's going to bring up 4th down. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. It's a 61-yard punt that time. And they're going to take over possession. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. 1st and 10, around to Robinson. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Tackled on that play by Isaiah Simmons. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
From the 35 on 2nd down. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
You know, so often we talk about speed offensively, right? We love receivers that can run. Well, that was a perfect example of how speed kills you defensively. A hurried throw almost ended an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack. Speed's the difference.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down. Bradley Pinion on now to punt. Went for 48 with his first kick, and this one looks even better. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. And that punt gets up to 59 yards. And it'll be their football. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage, B, it sets up your play action, and C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Going run again with McCaffrey. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's a 49er first down.
It's pretty obvious this defense, man, they need more people around the line of scrimmage. But the minute you do that, Kate, start opening up those throwing lanes. This is how balance takes apart a defense.
First down throw by Purdy. And no look there, and that throw falls to the ground. Not on the same page with his tight end. So it's 2nd down coming up.
You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. Not a lot of cover guys who can match up with them in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it, but no connection to be made.
Purdy now on 2nd and 10. Reeled in by George Kittle. Oh, this big guy is moving. And they're going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers take a 2nd quarter lead. George Kittle, the touchdown. Ryland tacks on the extra point. And the 49ers push their lead to 3. All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Fielded at the 7. Finds some space. He's past the 30. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Penix. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line. That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And he gets this forward to the 19. They'll get 18 yards there. And the Falcons will have a first.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Picked off by Fred Warner. Inside the red zone, they could feel how tight they were to the goal line. And then bam, Brock, they're off the field after a clutch interception.
I tell you what, football is the ultimate team game, but this is a situation where an individual picks up all 10 of his guys out there on the field. Somebody else is going to pick up the tab at dinner tonight for him.
And he's going to be brought down at the 28-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And it brings up a San Francisco first down.
When you call that first down running play, you don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. They stick with McCaffrey. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run in crossing that first down marker.
So it's the 2-minute warning here from the home of the faithful. The 49ers trying to make some noise before halftime. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Shotgun, handoff to McCaffrey. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Give him 13 on that play. And that's a 49er first down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
This is brought in along the sideline. High degree of difficulty for a short gain.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Purdy looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down.
Kate, I've seen a 1-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Jordan Fuller comes up with it. And the Falcons take over as he records his 10th career INT. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought. The defenders are offensive guys with bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
Penix now on 1st down. And he must have overlooked the linebacker there because he was right in the way to swat it away and bring out the incompletion. That throw was looking for Kyle Pitts. So it'll be 2nd down.
Well, I'll tell you what, Kate, that's a really nice play in coverage. That linebacker looking like a quarterback on that play. Perhaps those cover guys could take some notes on how to stay in position, and most importantly, swat that pass away.
Along this sideline inside the 25. All the way, that's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons get some late points and the lead. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. Koo with the extra point. And the Falcons take a 4-point lead. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. Has this at the 6. He's got a lane up past the 30. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. He's got the hook up to Watkins. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Pretty throwing here on 1st. This ball's caught by McCaffrey. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. The 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. from the 41. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. To throw again, it's Purdy. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. San Francisco calls it second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Purdy on first down. Completed here to McCaffrey. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or two short of the 25.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker. It's second and 5. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Finding Pearsall. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. The 49ers will call their third and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Field goal unit out there on second down as they try for 3 here before halftime. It'll be a 54-yarder from the right hash. Online, but not enough juice. It's no good short. And this will remain a 4-point game.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
Looking to throw. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap. That throw intended for Drake London. And it sets up second down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Here comes the final play of our first half. Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And he has a decent gain on what's going to be the final play of the half. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Play action now with Purdy. Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands, but he dropped it. It's incomplete. Second down coming up.
Defense doubled him, knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. A bit surprising. Quarterback still threw in that direction with how well that defense had that play covered.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. This has been a trend, yet another interception. interception. And the Falcons are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
Penix on first down. Brought in close to the 8. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Robinson. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Falcons push their lead further to start the half. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with 1 end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. Here's a return from the 7. This return makes it up to the 25. After that return, he's looking pretty banged up out there. We're going to have a stoppage as team personnel comes out to look at him. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Second and 3 now. From the gun, McCaffrey. He's pushed straight ahead, nets maybe a yard at most. David Onyemata there for the stop. Call it no gain, maybe 1 at best on that play. That leaves him with 3rd and 2.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. On 3rd and short, McCaffrey. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense, it just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, well, sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And they'll get ready to go on offense. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
They're set up at the 35 now. On 1st down, here's Penix. That's too close to the sideline, and it's going to be out of bounds. Looking for his wide receiver there. So that brings up 2nd down.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
They put a receiver in motion right. Oh, look at this. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Big play. Pushes them beyond midfield. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
Gosh, I love that creativity of the play call. Name of the game is putting the ball in the hands of your best, your playmakers, creating matchups for them to take advantage. And this time, not as a receiver, but as a runner. That is job well done.
Penix now to throw. Oh, no, they get him yet again. That's Lenore. And the 49ers will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
You know, Kate, once you've thrown a couple picks, it's easy to become check down Charlie, right? Just throw it underneath and not take any more risk because you don't want to throw what he just did, his third interception of the game. It's time to protect the football at all costs. And if not, well, that backup better get ready.
Purdy setting up that play action. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. From the gun is Purdy. Got a man. McCaffrey has it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a 31-yard play. And it brings up a San Francisco first down. Purdy throwing here. Dumps it off to his running back. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
Gotta be a pretty good actor. Gotta be pretty good at selling to that defense. That's a drop back pass. When you get a big play on the screen like that, when it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal. They'll run here. It's McCaffrey. And it's a gain down to the 5-yard line. They got a handful on the play. Now need a handful more. 5 yards on second and goal.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Again, here's McCaffrey. And he's going to be touchdown, Brock. Looks to be a couple yards shy of that marker.
Well, you get a little bit closer, but you can feel the pressure starting to mount. Unless you're committed to playing 4 downs here, this becomes a critical third down call.
So now, here's third and goal. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line. Nothing on that play, and now it's fourth and goal from the 2.
Well, this defense simply outplayed the offense here in these first 3 downs. And now they put this offense in the unenviable position of deciding what to do on fourth and goal.
Three plays haven't gotten it done. Now a fourth to try to reach that end zone. They'll go. It's McCaffrey. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown.
Gimme! 3 points are huge.
Now the 49ers deciding to keep the offense on the field. They're going for two. He's throwing for it. The two-point try does not work out, and I'm not sure this flag is going to save him either. So the defense decides to decline the penalty. So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. McLeod now returning it. And look at this return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. They've got first down from the 31. From the gun, it's Robinson. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. So we're through three here. It's the Falcons with the ball. They're leading, but not by a ton.
49ers 16.
They'll head up first and 10 from the 42. Another carry for Robinson. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
All right, here we go. Second down. Penix here from the gun. He's got some. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
When nothing opens up, that becomes a pretty clear throwaway spot. I mean, that is textbook throwaway spot right there, Kate. Get outside the box, chuck it in your third row, and avoid exactly what happened right there. Because now third down is so much harder.
Niners countering with a fifth defensive back on this third down. From the shotgun, Penix hits him on the in route. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And it's good for an Atlanta first down. Penix working from the gun. Got a man. Robinson has it. And he's tackled for a short gain.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and then netted some positive yards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Here's Robinson up the middle. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Just 1 yard on the carry, though. It's 3rd and 7 now. throwing Penix. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
They've got first down from the 31. They send the tight end in motion. Penix now on first down. Finds his target, Robinson. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Working inside the red zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Atlanta! The Falcons make it a two-possession game here in the fourth. Drake London with the touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. What makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Purdy gets this from the pistol. Finds a seam down the middle. Finds a seam, left side, he's off to the races. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
Just about every offense since the beginning of time, since the forward pass, Kate, has left a tight end that could stretch the middle of the field. And I can remember as a kid watching Kellen Winslow Sr. dice up right here between the hashes. And what a difference it can make for an offense.
And Jumbo set on this 1st and goal. McCaffrey trying to punch it in. Hits the end zone for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers now within one score in the fourth. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. Ryland now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the 49ers trim the deficit down to 5. So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. This return starts at the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So 2nd down coming up.
Timing is everything in life, and timing is everything defensively. That throw was just a little bit late and gave the defense time to close, deliver a pop, and knock that ball loose.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Penix looking to pass. The screen pass falls incomplete. Looking for the back that time. That's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Looking to throw. And that one's too far in front of him, so now they're facing 4th down.
So many coaches love 3rd downs and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game or already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And it's going to be their football coming up. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Completed here to McCaffrey. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 4. Escapes the pocket. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Santa Clara. 49ers trailing by 5. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Now to throw. That's caught for the 1st. And that one's going to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
He'll look to throw it. Brought in by Ayuk. And a solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. McCaffrey running between the tackles. The flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. Would have liked to have kept that big play, but the officials and penalties say no, and it's got to come back. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Here he is to throw. Outright McCaffrey makes the grab. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 4-yard line. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their 1st. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that 1st. Back to throw. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Jesse Bates in to pick it off. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. Well, no surprises here. They decline the holding call and hang on to the interception. They've got 1st down from the 31. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. Down to a knee, and we're going to see if that defense chooses to expend one of its final 2 timeouts.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
So the Falcons will fly home with a win on the road. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And, Kay, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game that's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.
So for Brock Ewart, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. A well-earned win for the Falcons, as we'll see you next time from Santa Clara.